Good afternoon and good morning. Well, here we are. We're on Monday now. We're on Monday the, 13th? 13th? Crazy. Where is the month going? But it may be the 13th, it may be Monday, and it may be the start of a brand new week. What's also the start of is back together again. We're back together again at my side once again. He's been off, I've been off, back together again. Of course, it's Joe. Gosh, Joe, this feels weird.
Has it been? We were talking about this earlier. It's maybe been 3 weeks, I think.
3
like
weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
It's been absolutely ages. We haven't worked together.
I know.
Who knows what could happen today?
Who knows indeed? Gosh,
Did you
only
have
knows.
a nice break?
I did, thank you. Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, I spent a few days up home in Scotland and then came back down here because I'd done a day on Saturday at Create and Craft here in the UK. So I had shows or a big block in between shows. So I actually went into Peterborough and I went into the cathedral.
Oh, I saw this on your Facebook.
Yeah, there was like a little craft fair and I thought, I'm going to go
Nice.
in and have a look. And we went in, me on my own, and it was gorgeous. Ended up going around that.
Did you get recognised?
Well, no, do you know when people like do double takes and it's like, but you don't want to
Just know they know you
it's-
from somewhere.
Yeah, and I did think, well, it's a craft fair, so, but no one said that.
Oh, well, I'm glad you had a lovely time.
But what about you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. I was off for maybe 12 days. I was back last week, but yeah, it was really good. I had a lovely few days off as well. I had a bit of a day out with Debbie on Saturday. I'll tell you all about that later, honestly. I've got some pictures actually. Maybe we'll share the pictures with you in Wake Up Call. Debbie looking very Vegas showgirl on stage at the Carriage Works Theatre in Leeds. It's it was quite the evening. Let's put it that way.
The evening.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear all about it. Yeah, certainly look forward to seeing the pictures, that's for sure. But will we go on and have a look and see what we've got today on this Monday's edition of Wake Up Call? Well, we've got a launch day, and funny enough, talking about Debbie, she's going to be in for the remainder of the day after myself and Wake Up Call. She's going to be in with launch day with the most. Now, this is something actually we say time and time again, but once again I'm going to say it, the most gorgeous collection that we've got here, and it's all about the reindeers. If you've not seen any sneaks or peeks across on our social media, then let me tell you, when you see the collection and the finished samples, it's going to blow you away. Many as well been asking for more tartan. There's tartan in it as well, so we'll be showing you that just shortly. So that of course is going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 AM Eastern time, 7 AM Pacific time. Didn't need my time cards just yet. I thought I'm going to bring them in just in case. It'd been just over a week, but no, I remembered that one. So that, of course, is going to be launch day. That's going to be with Debbie and Joe. And then with it being Monday, it means it's a Monday Makers. So that's going to be with Debbie and Joe as well, where they're going to be having a look at some, a nice selection of different products, some of which we're going to have a look at today on Wake Up Call. You're also going to find the best price yet within Monday Makers too. So that, of course, is then going to be 7 o'clock here in the UK. That's going to be 2 PM Eastern time or 11 AM Pacific time for you guys stateside as well. So between launch day, between Monday Makers, we've got a nice array of products that we're going to come mixing and matching together. Not sure how much crafting we're going to get done, because as Joe just said, first day back together, my first day back after a wee while. It could go, do you know something, it could go anyway. Who knows what way it's going to go. And I believe as well, in Monday Makers, we've got something that started while I was off. I think you've only done it once though, isn't it? And that's keep me right, Johnny, but the craft countdown.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Craft Countdown is something that could appear at any point throughout the day.
Right.
So you need to keep your eyes peeled. And when it does start, it will be a time-limited offer on something fantastic. Today's one only lasts for 20 minutes. So as soon as you see the alarm, you'll be in no doubt that it started. You will have 20 minutes to grab the amazing deal, and there'll be a clock on the screen. So you need to get it in your basket and get it checked out. And I can tell you, it is an absolutely excellent one today. So it will be coming up in our live shows at some point throughout the day today. Also, just to say, if you want to get in touch with me, you can do so in all the normal ways. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. Of course, make sure you hit subscribe if you are watching us over on YouTube. But yeah, a really jam-packed day, Craig, coming up.
Another jam-packed one, and actually not only a day, but a full week as well. So do not go anywhere all this week on Crafters TV. Right, let's go on. Let's have a look and see what's coming up within launch launch day coming up after Wake Up Call with Debbie and Joe. And this is our most gorgeous, the reindeer collection. Now, 40 elements in total within this one here. What you're going to find is you're going to get 56 sheets of paper and card with 100 embellishments. Now, all together, you're going to see, you can see it on your screen right now, you've got your 12 by 12 papers, you've got your cardstock, but you've got embossing folders, you've got stamps, you've got kind of like build a reindeer, sentiments again, embossing folder. You've got additional reindeer dies, but this one's for the foil press. Look at this, we have got embossing powders, we've got foil stamp sentiments here, we've got ribbons with gems in there. It is a nice little collection. Now you might say, it's not little about that, Craig. When you think in comparison of some of the big collections that we do, this is a nice, smaller, compact collection here with lots of key elements that's going to enable you to make some of the most luxurious, small or even large cards if you so wish. So what do we have to pay for that today, Craig? Well, today's price, $77.99 for here in the UK, or $99.95 for you guys stateside. With it being platinum, that's going to come down to $62.39 or $17.96. What I do need to tell you when it comes with this collection here, it is on a delayed dispatch till the 27th of September. So it just means that you can get a hold of it now, you know, because I'm not sure obviously the quantities that we've got within this one here, but at least if you get it now, you secure it now, and then as soon as it comes in on the 27th, it might arrive, you know, maybe a day or two before, but at least by the 27th of September, you know that it's going to be winging its way to you. You're getting it at that price, and you're getting it at that platinum price as well if you are at platinum levels. So that is a really lovely collection here. We're going to go through it just shortly. When it comes, already a quarter of the stock is gone within that collection here. So that is certainly one that you need to think about when it comes to the collection, with this one being in launch party just after Wake Up Call with Debbie and Joe. But what I'm not going to do is go too far away from the reindeer. In actual fact, we're going to stick with the reindeer and something that is a standalone product, but it's such a cool one. This is our reindeer, it's like a little treat box. This one here, what you're able to do is create your own little treat box. It is going to be reindeer themed. Now you can pop lots of little things, little treats in there, maybe a little, maybe you leave them so, you know, like Christmas time, with the reindeers, maybe leave tiny little bits of carrots or little reindeer food or something dotted about, you know, or you can just be giving gifts to people with them in. The reindeer treat box, you've got 9 elements in total. Now the price today, $12.99 here in the UK or $14.95. Platinum, that's coming down to £10.39 or $11.96. What a really, really good price for something that is so dimensional and it's going to work so well with your gift giving. Now, it's not overly big, so when I say gift giving, you know, it's not going to be huge, big presents, but nice little treats, little just thank yous, or just say something that, you know, you're thinking of them at Christmas time, or whatever it is. And the thing is as well, what you can do is you can do them whatever colour of cardstock, pattern paper, inking that you want to do. It's entirely up to yourself. That is something that we are going to be having a look at within Wake Up Call as well. But that, as well as that collection, they're coming up in launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then what we can then do is we can then move over into Monday Makers, this one being where we're not going to spend a lot of time within the exploding box that's coming up in Monday Makers. We'll show you about it, but then I know Debbie will be having a look at that again within Monday Makers show itself. This one is the exploding box collection with 34 elements. Now this is the best price yet when it comes to this collection here. Already for that full collection, you've got that at £52 or $64. Platinum price comes down to £41.60 and $51.20. for all of that there. Now, I did have this on a Wake Up Call several weeks ago, and I did say then it was the best price yet at that point, and it was, and I honestly did not think we would bring it down any more. So this literally is the best price yet. We brought that down slightly more than what we've had previously. So if you have hummed and hawed, maybe you want to have that excitement when it comes to an exploding box, but you don't want to do the measuring, the scoring and all the cutting, this is going to be the set for you as well, and it does everything for you because it's a complete collection when it comes to that exploding box. So that is coming up in Monday Makers, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time. So it is going to be really jam-packed, a little bit rusty there, but I think I'll get there as the week goes on. We'll get back into the swing of things, but I can already see, Joe, from the comments, so many people are jumping in and saying hi to us.
Oh, absolutely, they are. Rachel is our lovely social media superstar today. She is taking all of your comments and pinging them our way. Denise is in from Trinidad. Valerie saying hi. Nefertiti says, I'm on the edge of my seat for this show. Jacqueline's in South Carolina. Linny says, welcome back, Craig and Joe. First day of my 2-week holes, and it's a beautiful sunny day here in Edinburgh. Ooh. Nice. It's a bit grey here in the northeast. Kimberly's in as well. Evangeline is in Guam. Laura's in from Virginia as well. We are a very, very international bunch today. Now, it is a Monday. Yes, all day. And that means it is a brand new week. And with a brand new week, of course, comes a brand new Get It, Got It Good. And it really is an incredible essential collection for you this week on the Gemini plates. So it is your large Gemini plates. You're going to get 2 of the clear cutting plates, the plastic shim, the magnetic shim. You'll get the embossing mat, the metal cutting plate, and the storage bag to keep it in also. £40 or $62. That's down from £67 or $104. So a brilliant price. You are, of course, going to be able to use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. Make sure you grab it. Of course, the deal will expire on Sunday evening. But who knows if we will have enough stock to last us until then. Linny says, Joe, do you guys have to do vocal warm-ups before the shows? I don't think Craig has taken a breath throughout that initial show, a round of products. We don't do vocal warm-ups, but we could do, couldn't we, Craig? I wonder which ones we would do.
Well,
la 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 la.
You say that.
It's just a very, see, clearly not warm.
But we do a lot of talking and gossiping just before the show goes live. So that could technically be classed as warming the voice up. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
But maybe we should work on some craft-based vocal warm-ups before the show. I'm a little bit croaky today. I'm not quite too sure why, Craig. But I think I did do a lot of singing over the weekend. I think that was probably what it was. And a lot of laughing with our Debbie. We will show you those pictures actually of Debbie a little bit later in the show, if that's all right. I'll send them over to Johnny and he can flash them up for you as well. Right, Craig, there's so much excitement already about the reindeer collection. I'd love to know who has already gone for it and got their orders in, because a lot of the stock, as Craig's saying, has gone already. It's a really lovely size collection, this one, isn't it, Craig?
It's really nice. And you know what it is obviously reindeers. You know, you do think of Christmas when it comes to reindeers, or Christmas with reindeers, vice versa. But it's not overly Christmas. Now, you could easily be making, you know, men's birthday cards with the reindeers, or, you know, you can even trim away some of the antlers if you want, get a different look. But you can 100% be able to do that. You've got the double-sided, excuse me, they're not double-sided, but you've got the pattern papers within here that you'll see just in a moment or two. Not all of them are Christmas specific themes, so you don't need to worry too much about that as well. But what you've got is the embossing folders. You see those trees there in the background. These are going to work for any time of the year. Such a really nice collection where you're going to be able to use them, yes, at Christmas time, but other times throughout the year with the embossing powders, as well as some of that ribbon and gems, which are going to be all throughout the year as well. Now, you can see on the screen there, you know, all the incredible goodies that you've got there, but we're going to go through them in a wee bit more detail with our boards here to show you exactly what you're going to get with them. And it's a nice selection where what we're doing is we're popping in some elements for the foil press. So that includes 2 sentiments and also our reindeer. Now we've got this Merry Christmas. You've got that nice, thin, elegant, smooth Merry Christmas font within this one here. Takes seconds to foil onto your foil press, but of course you can make little tags and that with them if you want. Then we've also got same idea, but with season's greetings. Now, we've done it within gold, but as you know, with your foil press foils, you'll be able to do that lots of different colours as well. So they're going to work a treat for your foil press. Then what we've also got is we've got a couple of stag dies, or reindeers, but you could trim away at them and change the look if you wanted to. But then you've got that nice apertured effect. We've got another one that you can see here. Now this one is as if it's springing into action, as if it is actually pulling Santa's sleigh. You could have a nice selection of a few of them if you wanted to. But then what we've then got is for the foil press. So you can now be foiling them onto your cardstocks, onto your mats and layers if you so want to. Create your tags. You can do that depth with doing your inky backgrounds, with the foil being that resist effect, so you can be doing that too. So now not only are you starting to bring in your foils with your mirror card, but you're starting to get that foiled aspect when it comes to the layers. Then what we've got is our builder reindeer. This is so cute, and this is actually what we're going to be doing within our first demo, and it is actually Joyful Reindeer. You've got all the components here that we can see here, and then cut them out, and then you literally start to build up your reindeer head. It is so cute, really fun, but we're going to be looking at that in more detail in a moment. Then we've got Magical Christmas within this one here, seasonal sentiments that you can then be popping onto your cards if you want. Then we've got some other sentiments. Now, this one I do want to draw your attention because I remember this came out in an email to us just before I went off on holiday. You may notice that two of the sentiments are exactly the same. Warmest, can't even, let me turn my head that way. Warmest thoughts and let wishes for a wonderful holiday season. It's exactly the same on that one there. Now, that is done on purpose. One is going to work well for the front of your cards if you want to do that sentiment on the front, but then you've also got the additional one that's more of an insert font. So that is on purpose. Don't think it's a mistake. Two exactly the same sentiments, it's just different fonts. One works well for the front of your card, one works well for the inserts, if that's how you want to use them. So I really wanted to point that one out for you all.
I've been really struggling to read them from behind at the moment. I start reading them and I realise, actually I can't read them upside down.
No, I know, it is quite hard, isn't it? I don't even know if I read that one out right. Warmest thoughts and best wishes for a wonderful holiday season. I did read it right, I just didn't say it in the right form. But we've got our embossing folder. Now, how quick and simple would that be? Run it through, a little bit of inking if you want, and then that's your card done. Maybe a gem or something to finish off, and that's it. Then we've got our 6x6 embossing folder. So this is going to be where you bring in your reindeer dies, maybe create that silhouette, that backdrop, that scene. So if you so wish, you've got that aspect to it as well. But again, you could be using these throughout. Maybe you've got that gorgeous autumn collection that I've not got my hands on just yet. Start to use that as well. Then we're going to go into the paper and card. In actual fact, no, we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go in with the embellishments. Now, your gems come in the box with the ribbon. So if you get your collection, don't think, where's my gems gone? They're actually in the box with the ribbon. So you've got sort of like your felt ribbon that's in here, as well as all your bling gems. And then, other than rose gold, I don't think we've put embossing powders in with a collection. We've done rose gold where we had two. One was a glitter and one was an embossing powder. Other than that, we've got 4 embossing powders when it comes to the reindeer collection. And let me tell you, these are going to last you so long. They are good sizable pots. This is what they would look like if you then do your heat embossing that you can see here. Then we're going to go into our cardstock, 12x12 cardstocks. You've got your traditional Christmas colours with your golds, with your reds and your greens. But then what you've got is you've got your blues, but then you've got that, it's kind of like a wine sort of colour that you can see here, a very deep purple. All of this is the mirror card. Never does it justice on
No,
TV.
it always looks oddly dark, doesn't it, on camera for some reason?
It does, yeah. And it does have that slight darkish tone, but not to the extent that you're seeing it on your screen. It is more pleasing to the eye. So that's your 12x12 mirror card, and then the pattern papers that you can see here. So you're going to see you've got that variety of different patterns already. That mirror card, by the way, you've got 20 sheets and it's 250 GSM. Then on this one here, love these. These instantly are put it in a frame, and that's your home decor for Christmas. It's going to really work well. You know, you've got the Christmas florals, you've got the reindeers into the little huts there, you've got all the wood logs just starting to build up at the side there. But then what you've got is scenes, and I did say earlier on it wasn't double-sided. You can see that clearly it is. You know, Craig should have paid attention to his notes beforehand, but first day back, I'm going to let myself off on that one. Look at this one, Joe. I adore this one.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Having that centrepiece already there for you. I would be inclined to do some fussy cutting into some of these selected areas. Actually, even into some of them, your decoupage would look amazing. And then tartans on the back. So your colour tones for your patterns and your tartans, they're going to work your 12 by 12 mirror. But you've got your tag parts, you've got your little deers or reindeers into the bottom here. But then we've got our wintry scene with the snow, with the ice, with the mountains in the background that we can see with more of your pattern papers right to the back there. So a mix of tartan and a mix of distress. Then we're going in just so magical and mystical within this one here, with that pinky purples running through. Always remember, you know, don't ever be afraid to chop them up. I know it's hard at times, but even just maybe chopping this one up and using it as a carte blanche front on its own, you can do. On the back again, you're going to find your pattern paper, and then another one as well. Look at that. What about as well bringing in your acetate? You know, it's got the snowfall on it, or even the snowfall vellum on it.
It's quite Scandi, isn't it? It's quite like Northern Lights.
Yes, thank you, Joe. I was trying to think of a word to best describe it, and that's exactly the best way to explain it and describe it. So that is your pattern papers within these ones, 36 sheets and 180 GSM. What I want to do, what did I do with my finished samples? I'm going to show you these ones here, and then what we can do is we can go back to Joe for a moment. I can get myself finished set up, and we can do a demo on this collection. But wait until you see these samples. These are exquisite. Our design team have gone really far and beyond with these ones here. You know, you can keep them so simple, like you'll see here. Now, this is what I was on about the resist effect with the foil press. Foil the reindeer and go over with your inks on the background. And then on this one, using that reindeer head to start to build the reindeer head that you can see here. You can have a lot of fun with how you're going to get creative with it. Then you can go in with your smaller cards, really simple layers. Maybe you've got your hands on the mats and layers dies that we've done and start to build your card that way. Another simplistic one, and that's what you want, and this is what this collection does perfectly. Simplistic but elegant, and then therefore it's quick to create cards. Don't get me wrong, you can go all out and go really spectacular, like you can see on this one here. This one, I love this one. This here is actually the waist, Joe.
Oh, wow.
The reindeer has been cut into that piece of white card.
That's cool.
And that is actually the waist. Love that effect there. It does look as though it's been cut in gold mirror and stuck on the top, but it's not. If I tip it forward, you can see it's not. And then a couple more as well, just to show, yes, you can do your 6x6 or your straight cards, but you can go all concept if you want. Go small, go large, build the scene, using that sentiment in the middle there for your insert. It's such a phenomenal collection. I'm not surprised. I can see the comments going through while I was showing you them, how much you guys are loving this one, Joe. It really is good.
Yeah. So many people loving it. Val, Lloyd, there's lots of temptation again. So I need to let you know, actually 30% is already gone now of that reindeer collection. So if you've got your eye on the whole collection, I would definitely act sooner rather than later. We're going to have a very busy launch day show, 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast time. You can order the paper and cardstock separately as well if you want to, whether you want to go for it on its own or you want to order extras. All the options are there for you. Probably best to skip forward to the launch day show if you're wanting to get hold of any of the individual items. Gemma says, love the packaging, beautiful colours. Leslie said, I've grabbed this. I saw it yesterday, ordered straight away, loving it. I can't wait for it to arrive and start playing. Nefertiti says, the rainbow collection is so versatile. I love it. It's the Goldilocks of collections. It's just right for boys and girls, men and women, and different seasons and occasions as well. I think that's really true, although it is a Christmas collection. It's definitely something you're going to be able to use throughout the rest of the year. Margaret's got her order in. She's just waiting for it. She's going to come back in and order the little gift box today as well. And Marcia also ordered the reindeer collection, says it looks amazing. I know we did it on the HSN preview. We previewed it for you and in the launch party last week, and there was absolutely loads of excitement about it. I just think it's a brilliant value collection as well, Craig, don't you? Like, you're getting a lot in there for that.
You are. You're getting loads of it. What a few comments I've noticed as well is many of you, certainly you stateside, you've been saying that it's got that Scottish vibe to it. You know, many people, yes, reindeers you think at Christmas time, but reindeers, you know, you think up in the mountains, you know, the Highlands and that's where you're going to find them. But having that tartan effect as well at the plaid, that's where you're getting that Scottish vibe, you know. And I'm not going to disagree with you on that one, because I do think you get a Scottish vibe. But then changing the cardstock, changing the colours, you can of course make it look completely different. So that being said, let's crack on and let's do a demo with this card here. This one being 6x6, and what I've done is folded it back in half. So I've got my little fold back card here. And then what I've done is I've gone in with my craft card and I've cut this one to 5.5 by 5.5. And then within this one here, what I've done is 5.25 by 5.25. Taken a panel here, which is 2.5 by 5.5. Pattern paper, which is 2.25 by 5.25. So that's going to go into place here. I'm not going to stick it together just yet, because what I want to do, Joe, is I want to come in with the Joyful Deer. This one is where you can have a lot of fun with the layers when it comes to the colours that you choose to do. Now you can do the reindeer head completely on its own, but you've got the other elements such as the Santa's hat. So you can start to add them as well, or even just use the Santa's hat in other parts of your Christmas crafting. That's up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the top of the reindeer. I'm going to cut that into my craft card here. I've taken some of a deep brown texture. This is actually from the relatively new autumn collection. Is it Autumn Blessings? That was it. We've got, not only is it me and Joe back together again, we've got Johnny, he's in the gallery today, and we've got Charlotte as well. So they're in the gallery. Hi guys. They're all saying hi to you. Our little speaker's playing, being a bit temperamental just now. But they did say hi to everyone at home.
They did indeed.
They did.
Deanna saying, I ordered the paper only the other day and just bought the whole collection. I love the mirrored papers, ordered 2 of them separately. So now I have 3 pads of them and can't wait to use them.
Wow.
And Sandra Evans also has just gone for the complete collection as well. That mirrored card pad is amazing, Craig, isn't it? And definitely not just for Christmas. That is something I can imagine using all the year round. I would not be surprised to see that sell out very, very quickly.
I wouldn't be surprised either. As you said, yes, it could be that it's been used elsewhere, as you said quite rightly, not necessarily just for Christmas. So this is where you're going to have a look at your embossing folders that you've got within your stash, because with your embossing folders onto mirror card, it looks spectacular and you really don't need to do much at all. So it is one, if there's any part of it that I would think, I'm going to get an extra one, it would be the mirror card.
I'm just hearing as well that the mirror card pad is the lowest stocked item that we have out of everything.
Really?
So it might come a point whereby we, it did happen with Autumn Blessings, whereby we didn't allow you to get it on its own after a little while, so as we didn't sell out of the large collection. So that could be a possibility a little bit later in the day. So if you do want extras of the mirror card pad on its own, go into the later launch day show and get it from there whilst it is still available individually, because that is the lowest stocked item that we have.
And actually, I know I mentioned the autumn collection, but can you imagine these reindeer elements, but using the autumn collection cardstock with your oranges and that, the reds, that would look lovely as well.
Yeah.
It really would. Looks nice. But what I'm going to do here is I'm taking all these little bits out, and let's find my poke tool. And these tiny little dies here, this is what actually creates the eyelid of the reindeer. And this is what really finishes it off. So I've gone in, now for the nose, instead of going in with a red or a black or something, I thought I would take a little bit of that red tartan that I used for the background, and then we can then simply start to build it up. So what I'm going to do as well, before we build it up, I've got a piece of my white smooth stamping card, 3.5 by 4, sorry, 3.25 by 4.25. What I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm not going to secure it just yet. I want to roughly get the position because I'm going to come in with one of the sentiments and then I'm going to stamp that just along the bottom.
Okey-doke.
But I just want to get the spacing just right, and just want to explain that because I'm very, very conscious that we've got lots and lots of comments coming in today. So between us both, we want to get reading some of them.
Lisa says, question, I don't see the option to buy more reindeer paper. In the wake-up call, you won't have the option. If you click into the later show, I find the best way to do that is on the home screen. If you click offers, and then there will be a panel that drops down, click launch day, that will take you forward to the show. So you will be able to then find it in that later show. If you are buying the collection and then also getting extras, if you spend £40 or dollars on additional individual items or just on individual items on their own, 45 was it, Johnny? £45 or dollars, you will get 10% extra off, which is fantastic as well.
Hey, that's good, isn't it?
And also maybe get you up to free shipping as well.
That's really good. It's great when things like that happen, you know, any day of the week, but when it happens when you've got a launch, that's awesome. And the other thing, actually, sometimes you find things like that, they'll say excludes brand new item or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But
absolutely.
It doesn't happen with us. You can use that with even our brand new launches. So that's good. Nice little extra for you. So now that I've got my positioning just right, let's move all these bits out of the way and then we can stamp my sentiment. And I'm just going to go in with black just now because I know Debbie has got the full 2 hours on launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Pacific time. So I know she will be, no doubt, doing embossing with the embossing powders. What I'm also going to do, I've just noticed as well, Joe, I can see, because this is a new stamp, it's actually, it's going to be harder to see here, it's actually bubbled, the ink's bubbled on the stamp. And that's just because it's a brand new stamp, it's not being used, so sometimes there's little residual bits of the stamp material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dab all that ink off, want rid of it, and then I'm going to come in with my translucent clear ink pad. So I'm going to go in, which is our, as I say, translucent clear, just our watermark, and that's giving it a coating, it's giving it a base for my ink to sit on, and already the difference that I can see in front of my eyes is humongous. We've got a nice, even, smooth layer of black ink. It says Happy Holidays, and then I've got that one sitting at the bottom. And that Happy Holidays, it's something we put in collections for you guys stateside each year, but it's not something that we've always done collections here in the UK until this year. You guys here in the UK have been asking and saying, we love putting Happy Holidays as well, because I do too. So this is why our Christmas collections this year, you'll have noticed that we've actually included the Happy Holidays, or the word holidays, for us to use too. So
yeah, and also that's great, because obviously around Christmas time, you have lots of other holidays. You have Hanukkah, Diwali, lots of people celebrate different holidays, so it's lovely to have those more generic sentiments, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, you know, maybe someone's just having that little few days that would class as a wee holiday, and you don't necessarily want Christmas or that on it, so it's nice to have that as an extra. But we're going in with this one, and then what I'm going to do on here, so my reindeer head, I'm going to lift that up on some foam pads, Joe, and then the antlers, as well as the nose and the eye, I'm going to then start to attach them with my tacky glue, and then we can put the card together and finish it off.
Excellent. Aisha loving the extra saving on the individuals, which is great. Mary Lee on YouTube says the new reindeer collection is really beautiful. With so many deer in Colorado, could be used year round, especially for guy cards. Absolutely love that. Anne says, good afternoon. Is there a 6x6 paper pad? No, I do not believe there is. There's just a 12x12 in this particular collection. And of course, you've got that mirror cardstock within there as well. I mean, it's a slightly smaller collection, isn't it? There's something like a Sarah Signature or a Nature's Garden. It is a standalone collection on its own. And I quite like that, Craig, because it's different to anything else that we really do. When I saw it, it is sort of a bit of a different configuration than we're used to with those other styles of collections.
It is, you know, and, you know, let's face it, sometimes big collections, for some people, it can be a little bit overpowering. It can be a little bit daunting, not quite sure how to start, where to start, what are you going to do first. So sometimes as well, it's nice for us to just come along with a smaller collection with this one here. And there's also, you get to a point with a collection such as the reindeers. I was having a look at it for the first time in full detail this morning when I came in, and I don't know what else we could have added to this collection, reindeer-wise, to make it any more special. So what Leanne and the team are always really good at as well is knowing when to stop. You know, you don't really want to push it out too much before it gets, again, overpowering or a bit too daunting. And I find that this collection has got that nice combination of, you know, your stamps, your dies, your embossing folders. So it's such a nice one. And one that I think many, if you've thought, that's it, I've bought all my Christmas collections this year, I don't need any more, I think this is the one that's potentially going to change your mind on that one. I think you're going to fall in love if you've not already, because I have. But
and also like a good mixture of contemporary and classic, whatever in the paper pads, or you know, even within all the hardware that you're getting as well. Like this one here, Craig, quite modern, quite playful, but then you've got some quite classic artwork in there as well.
Yeah, you do. Really, really classy. And because all of the papers, they're matte, so that means what you can then do is then maybe add additional inking onto some areas. Maybe you want to come on with additional background stamps that you've got within your stash and start to incorporate them, change the look, give it more depth. It's complete control is in your hands with how simple, how far that you want to go with it. And they will all, let's have a look off the top of my head, they will all at least go through the Gemini Junior in the MIDI, and a lot of, like these ones here, these are all going to go through your Gemini Mini as well as your Go. So even ones like this, to have a little bit of fun with the kiddies, make their own, give them the Gemini Mini or Gemini Go if you've got one, and let them cut their own and then create their own. It could be for the front of the cards for their friends at Christmas, or little gift tags. These would make really cool gift tags. Even this alone, this would be good as a little gift tag too. So really, really fun things that you can be doing. But I can keep going even more, but we've still got lots of other embellishments we can pop on. But let's come together, we can finish it off, and then this will be this demo done for this one, Joe.
Yeah, and again, really beautiful, and also a great size there too. So really play around with that. I bet you could really play around with that mirror cardstock that you're getting included there too. Lots of you still chatting away with this. Mary Lee says, every time I think I have everything I'll ever need, your design team comes up with something that I absolutely cannot live without. I think this is definitely the case. Margaret says, I think a tartan Santa hat on a deer would be a sweet touch as well.
Wouldn't it?
Absolutely, it would be. And you've got the, you know, you're in control. When you get this home, you're going to be able to play around with it. I'm really excited to see the sort of things that you are going to come up with this. There is, I think I'm right in saying there is a craft along schedule. Now, am I getting confused between Autumn Blessings? I think I may be. We will no doubt get one scheduled very, very soon. Want to give everyone a chance to get the collection home. So we will look forward to that as well. Of course, you will have a full 2 hours of demonstrations with Debbie as well in that launch day show. So you'll have loads and loads of inspiration to get you started when you get this collection home. I do love that tartan though, Craig. It's very nice, classic, isn't it, in that red? Very classic.
It's the sort of tartan that if you say the word tartan, this is what you think of. For me anyway. I think of that red with the red tones with that little bit of ivory that runs through in the crisscross. It's just what I think of. I think it's so, so lovely within this one. But what I'm then going to do is press that in so we're nice and secure. You can come along and stamp a sentiment on a white card if you want to. Of course, you can heat emboss it if you want. But how cute is that? Such a cute card. that you can be making, whether it's yourself or again with the kiddies are going to be making it. Top of boxes, tags as we've touched upon a moment ago, but you've got that fun aspect, and it can look different in the fact of having the antlers further apart if you want to, start to shape the head of the reindeer if you want to, maybe do little eyelashes on the eyes of the reindeers if you want. Such fun within that collection. But as Joe just said a moment ago, Debbie's going to have 2 hours of this one coming up. That's $77.99 here in the UK. For you guys stateside, $99.95. But then if you are in platinum, that's going to come down to $62.39 or $79.96. If you are across Central Europe, you just need to go onto your website, which each of them are, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. That's the place to go. And with it being Monday, make sure that you check out all over the website, because start of the week means start to lots of good things within things like the download sections and the news sections. So go out and check them out when we're not live, of course, Joe.
Absolutely. Now, I did say me and Debbie had a bit of a day out on Saturday, didn't I, Craig? And we were sat on the front row, myself and Debbie.
Right.
And she got pulled up on stage. Look at her.
Wow.
There she is with Frank Lavender. Oh. Wait till you see the outfit. She actually had quite an integral part of the show. She was having to count how many laughs there were. But there was a lot of Debbieisms. I'll let her fill you in full a little later today. The highlight of it was where she couldn't get the sanitising wipes out of the packet, being the funniest thing. That went on for a good few minutes. Yeah, she was great. But she was actually getting recognised in the theatre. Everyone was coming up and saying hello to her during this interval. And then when we got back to the train station in Leeds later that day, people were coming up to her in the train station and saying hello to her as well. Yeah, it was very, very, very funny. It was lovely to spend some time with Debbie. She came and stayed the night as well. We might have had a couple of small Baileys too, which was great. But yeah, Debbie will be up 3 p.m. today for that incredible launch day, 10 a.m. East Coast time, and then back again for Monday Makers tonight, 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. across on the East Coast. Barbara absolutely loving the Deer collection. Wendy says really love that tartan paper, and Carolyn says had to get this collection, ordered the complete collection. Lots and lots of you are ordering the complete collection. It is very busy. Remember, if you are spending £45 or dollars on additional elements in addition to the main collection, or you just want to build your own bundle from the individuals, you'll get an extra 10% off when you get those individuals when you're spending over £45 or $45, which is absolutely excellent. Any other questions that you've got about this collection, get them into me. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion, of course, if you are across on YouTube. But something that's not in the collection, and I think everyone is going to want to add it, is this incredible treat box. It is fabulous, Craig, this, isn't it?
This is so much fun. I know so many of you are going to be loving it. You know, if you're already loving it from that little bit that we showed you right at the start of the show, but you're certainly been saying by your comments as well how much that you are loving the treat box that you're putting in your order as well with the reindeer collection. We're going to show you that in a lot more detail just in a moment too. We're even going to demonstrate it as well. $12.99 here in the UK, $14.95, and it is platinum at £10.39 or $11.96. And this all works around dies and also stencils as well. And it enables you to create exactly as it says, a treat box, whether you're wanting to put little treats in there, little sweeties in there, change the look of the reindeer by changing the colours, which you can do. Really, really fun. I do love the fact that the product development team have actually put a stencil in with this one, because it enables us to bring that price right down to, well, platinum price, $10.39 or $11.96. And this is what it comes as, and this is where you've got the stencil with the die. So what we've got is the stencil here. Now you are going to be drawing around it. You're going to use your chosen cardstock. I'm going to use craft card just shortly. You will find between my demo before and this, Joe, use a lot of craft card. That brown look, you know, that craft look running through within the collection. That to me looks more like a skunk, if I'm being honest with you. But
it looks like a sort of, it looks a bit like a flying squirrel. You know those flying squirrels that you get? Yeah. I think it's because of the, obviously when you fold it up, it's not going to look like a flying squirrel.
Or what I also thought, the head alone, it looks like a pig's head.
It does. It's a flying pig.
It's a flying pig.
Pigs might fly, you know.
Pigs might fly, yeah, who knows? Pigs might fly. It could be a fox, Charlotte. It could be indeed, yeah. It could be many, many different things. You know, you can have a bit of a play with them. And that's a good thing with these sorts of concepts here. But to finish off, you've then got the dies as well. Very similar to what we'd done a moment ago on a smaller scale. But then what you can then do is do it in that treat size. And in actual fact, just thinking about it, there's no reason why you can't do this but with these dies, but on a bigger scale, because they're bigger. So yeah, you could be doing that if you so wish. So that is what you're going to be getting within your pack, and this is the sort of thing that you can be making. Now the stencil, you're going to draw around it twice, cut it out and adhere it, which we will do in a moment. But look at that, Joe. Isn't that cute?
Really cute.
Really, really cute. And actually, to pick up on Brenda on Facebook says, okay, I'm going to look really dumb, what you absolutely won't do. Do not worry, it's what we're here for, to ask questions that you're unsure of. But I have to ask, what are the tiny black things on the side of the reindeers? So this is, presuming you're meaning what we were putting on, which you get within the treat box as well. It's what's making kind of like the eyelash. It's what's the top of the eyes of the reindeers. So you can see you've got that eyelid there, so you're getting that feature within the reindeer. And that's exactly the same when it comes to the treat box. So that's what these ones are for. But then what about your glitter cards as well? See, yeah, this is more like a squirrel or something for me with this one, without the reindeer antlers, of course. But you've got that little squirrel look. It's like...
I love the mirror card.
Chipmunk.
Yeah, it's a bit chipmunky, isn't it?
It is a bit chipmunky. Oh, look at that. Oh. Who's done this one? Carol's done this one. I like that.
I like it a lot.
Male and female, different side. Love that. That's a cute one. Then going in with your ivory cards, you're going to go in with a variety of different colours and even thicknesses. So I would be making the treat box around about 280, 300, which we'll do just shortly. But then why not add some ribbons on there? And you've got that little hold-all box. That's a good one as well. Also, what about a battery-operated tea light in the middle there? This is actually, that's like has been done out of mountboard, drawn around. Wow. So that's made really sturdy, really, really sturdy. There it goes to show. You can do that. Look, oh, look at that one. Look at the eyes on that one with the gems. That is cool. That's really, really cool within that one there.
They've got some bows in their antlers.
So they do. Oh yeah, so they do. Matches the head of the reindeer. So you can have a little family of them. And then what about this one? This is, don't know how I feel about this one. It's feeling a bit grey today, I think. A bit poorly. But there you go. That goes to show that you've got all these different looks there, depending on the different colours that you're going to be using when it comes to this set here. Not sure if you quite heard that, but you can tell that Sarah's in the building now, laughing away, dancing away, giggling away. She's on full form today, that's for sure. You guys already, HSN, would already know that. I think, Joe, if I just get these bits sorted to the side and get my bits in, and then we can then do a demo when it comes to the treat box.
Absolutely. Lots of you still chatting away. Kim wants to know, I'll ask Craig that in just a second, about Craig's tartan. Stephanie says, beautiful, I wasn't much of a reindeer fan, but I must admit Craig is definitely working on changing my mind. Cheryl saying, need this cute little deer box. Bessie says, yeah, definitely looks like a bat to me. Yes, of course, when you cut it out and fold it up, then you'll see it looks beautiful as that in that reindeer theme there as well. Kim's asking Craig over on YouTube, does Craig have a family tartan?
So we have the Laird tartan, which is actually purple and black.
Amazing.
Yeah, purple and black. I know. How cool is that?
It's as if that's fate, isn't it? It really,
fate.
Really is.
Absolutely, it's fate indeed. Yeah, so mine's is a purple and black.
Amazing. Have you got anything made out of it?
No, Johnny, I don't have a kiln, no.
Maybe you need to get Bernie to make you something out of it.
Apparently I've shattered Leo's dreams. That's Johnny's son. But Johnny tells little Leo that I am Drew McIntyre's cousin.
Who's?
That is a Scottish wrestler in the WWE.
Okay.
Yeah, so Johnny, the dad that he is, told him that I'm his cousin. Yeah.
And we can't advocate lying to your children, obviously, is what we would say.
No.
Any other questions or comments you've got, get them into me, Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion, if you are across on YouTube as well. Make sure you hit subscribe if you are watching us over on YouTube, so you get notified every time we go live, which is amazing. Lisa says, is that reindeer treat box part of the collection? It is not, no, it is a standalone item, and the details are right there for you on the screen. If you want to grab it, you will need to add it in as an additional item to your big collection. Also, Mandy's asking, Craig, what size is the box once it's made, please? The internal part and the external part.
Rightio, so let's take one of them. So the base is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, but the top opening bit is, let's turn it that way so we can see. So I'm going to bend them bits back. So 2.5 inches by 1 inch. So you've got a smaller opening part to the top, and then so you've got that smaller bit to the top, and then obviously it goes wider towards the bottom. So that's the aperture part for the centre of the box. So that is for that one. But let's dive straight in and have a look. Now I've got a couple of these already cut out, but let's bring in the stencil. I would use a pencil, but for the sake of you being able to see it, I'm going to go in with my pen. And then I'm going to go in, and if you want to use your repositionable sprays, then you can do. I'm just going to secure it with my hand, draw around, and then what we can do is we could start to cut one out, and then we can bring in the ones that I've already got. So just go in there, work our way around, and then follow in. Sharp pencil would be best because you've got these thin lines that'll show through. So Joe, what else did you get up to when you were off? Because I know you've been back a week, but obviously this is the first chance we've had to get together.
Yeah, I spent a lot of it down, a few days down in London, which was lovely. Saw a show, caught up with friends, went for dinner. It was all very, very lovely. And then went back home to Manchester. It was Manchester Pride, so I spent a whole weekend celebrating that. And then I had a whole week of chilling after that as well, Craig. So.
Did you?
Yeah, it was great, action-packed, but some good rest as well, which was really, really lovely.
A nice mix of busy and chill.
Yes, absolutely, a good mix of the two, but had a good sort of 4 or 5 days of not really doing anything at all before I came back to work, which was absolutely perfect. Yes, how did you spend your time back home?
So yeah, that was really lovely as well. On my last day was on the Thursday. And then I stayed at home on the Friday, got a few bits done, chilled out as well. Then I went home to Scotland on the Saturday. And I had the rest of Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then I drove back here on the Thursday. Did I? Oh, I can't even remember now what I'd done. Yeah, drove back here on the Thursday. And then on the Friday, late on in the Friday, I drove down to Peterborough. Then all Saturday I was on Crate and Craft here in the UK. And then the last show finished about, I think it was about 7:30 at night.
Right.
And it's a 3-hour drive from here to Peterborough and, vice versa. So it wasn't too late. So I thought, right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive back, and then at least I had all yesterday off before coming back today. So it was fine.
Awesome. Then were you also on... Were you on HSN
yeah.
This morning?
I feel like I've already done a full day's work already.
What time were you on HSN this morning?
So I was in the 1 a.m. hour.
Right.
You guys stateside, which meant it was the 6 a.m. hour here.
Okay, doke.
I ended up being on at round about 1:45 US time. But because I was on the here in the UK, because it was a 6 a.m. hour, I mean, I had to be in here for round about 4:30. Well, the back of 4. I made it till 4:30. So yeah, when the alarm went off at 3:30 this morning, first day back and the alarm goes off at 3:30, I was like, oh. But it all happened quick, because when I went off on holiday, I didn't realise that I was doing it. And then HSN put in a few sale items from Sharon Callis. So awesome. I done them. So yeah, it's It's been a busy day already.
And then are you back on HSN again at some point today, or is that you done now?
That's it, yeah,
Right,
not planned. Who knows, HSN might pop another one on, you just don't know. But as it stands at the moment, nope, we are all good. It's all up to Sarah now.
Excellent.
So what I've done here is I've gone round and I've cut out my stencil. Now I've cut out this tab down at the bottom here, which I shouldn't have. So it's your 2 bits here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my scoreboard, because I know that we've got these on the show as well, and they're going to be on throughout today. So where I've got these lines, I'm going to score all the way down. And this is where you need 2 of them. So you'd come along, and what I've done a moment ago, you would do a second time, and then I'm going to fold all them, and then you'd give them a bit of a burnish. We can then come along and we can assemble this one and decorate it, Joe.
The Scoremaster is your Monday Mega Deal in our later Monday Maker show. So you will receive the Envelope Box Creator, the Boxer Board, and the Scoremaster as well, with a 40% saving. So make sure you grab that too. It's actually available in this Wake Up Call show if you want to get your hands on it. Remember though, it only lasts 24 hours, that one, so you need to be quick for that.
That's really good, isn't it? Really good. So what I'm then going to do is, can you see when you overlap these, like so, you don't actually need all of these bits. You only need one side. So what I'm going to do within this one here, when it comes to this part, I am going to cut off. I thought there's a reason why I started to cut off one of the tags or tabs, and that's why, because you don't need all of these. So I'm going to go in and cut this one here. So I'm going to pop that in. I like to keep that full base part in because it gives it a nice sturdy base. And what happens is we're going to pull that one in here. You can, if you want, chop these bits off, but as I say, I want it to be really sturdy, so I've been keeping them on when I had to play with these before we came live. So we're going to go in. Because all of these are literally new to me as well today, Joe, right. Because I've not been here to have a look at them beforehand and have a bit of a play. It's been the case of coming in today and seeing all these incredible new products. So I'm going to align and lay that one on. Now I'm going to secure that and secure that. And then these tabs at each side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my tape runner. I'm going to add these ones on.
If you were a bit of a whiz with like a paint mark or something like that, you definitely could make these a whole host of different things by drawing onto this template, couldn't you?
You could. Oh yeah, you absolutely could do, no problem at all. The fun that you could have. You know, even if you've got things like our paint markers or anything along those lines, you could have some fun. But yeah, just even your aqua pens, if you've done it on watercolour, cardstock, maybe you want to use your classiques or tri-blends, you can do that. But there's our little treat box that we've got here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a few individual elements. So let's go in with the top part of the reindeer. Let's go in with the antlers. And then what we're then going to do is this bit here is actually what's creating the detail within the top of the head or the forehead of the reindeer. So I'm going to do them. Got a range of cardstock to the side of me that we're going to die cut. And then in a quick form, this is how you can create one of these little treat boxes. Here we go, bringing this in. This, other than that white, that's from the autumn collection. If you got that cardstock, thought it worked well. But let's take some of these bits and run them through our Gemini.
Awesome. Wendy Myers says, what? You have your own family's tart and you do not have a kilt. Craig Laird, this is a moral imperative, says Wendy Myers. We must see you crafted in your purple and black kilt. All my friends in Oregon rock kilts on the regular. You'll fit in quite well, apparently, when you come to visit. Have you ever had a kilt, Craig, or worn a kilt?
I won't wear one.
You won't wear one?
No, I don't suit one. I don't suit one. My friend's wedding years ago, I wore tartan trousers.
Right.
But I won't wear a kilt. I tried a kilt on and I look awful. I've got such lanky legs.
Right.
I don't suit a kilt.
Ah, I quite fancy the idea of a kilt.
No,
yeah.
I'll wear tartan trousers.
I bet if we all get kilts, safety in numbers. Johnny will wear one. Charlotte said she'll wear one as well.
I'll still wear the trousers.
No kilts for
Honestly,
Craig.
I don't suit one.
Maybe you could get tartan trousers in that colour, in your own tartan.
Yeah, that I would do.
That'd be great.
That would definitely, yeah, I would do that. A lovely lady, forgive me, I cannot remember your name, but maybe about a year or so ago, sent me a tie, and so there was a tie, and there was something else he sent me that was made out of tartan fabric that was close to the Laird tartan, and made this tie. He's got it at home. So I do have something, but as far as a kilt, no, I don't.
Yes, Johnny's very excited about wearing a kilt, it seems. Yeah, he's well on board with the idea. I think he might just come in on a kilt on his own.
I think he might do that, yeah.
Judging by that. Yeah, they're saying, yeah, we'd have to be very careful sitting on the sofa, wouldn't we, in kilts? You know,
Yep.
Maybe a bit of this.
What's that film? Basic Instinct. Yeah, gotta be very careful there.
Can you go back to Craig? Go back to Craig.
Cut to me, Charlotte. I'm crafting. In case you're wondering, Johnny was saying to Charlotte there about poor George just leaving the camera on him, and she couldn't cut to me because I wasn't doing anything. I was like, I am. I'm crafting.
I'm sure we can all imagine the age-old debate that's going off in the comments right now.
Yep. Say no more on that one, eh?
Well, we did well, Craig. We're an hour in.
We've done well.
Did really well. Did really, really well.
See, it's just getting us back in the swing of things again, isn't it? That's the thing, well, for me anyway.
I came back from my 2 weeks away, Craig, and normally when I come in, because I'm here quite regularly, I don't really need to think about it too much before we start. You know, obviously we prep our products and stuff and we get all ready, but I didn't mentally prepare myself for the start of the show, Craig. And we cut live and I went, I didn't know what to do. I'd been away for so long, for 2 whole weeks, but finally back in the swing of things now.
It is so weird though, you know, to do it on a daily basis. It's so bizarre as to, you don't forget what you're doing, but you sort of go into a mind blank.
And momentary, oh no, I think I've forgotten how to do this at the start. But we soon find our way.
The way or the speed and how I speak isn't actually how I speak daily. You know, I don't speak this much. So,
I do. I talk this much when I'm here or not.
Yeah, you talk the
usually to myself, to be honest.
A donkey, wouldn't you?
Yep.
But I don't. So I've gone from not speaking loads. God, I'm making it sound as though I don't speak when I'm not on, which isn't the case. But you get my drift. Talking a lot more when we're live. So it's just getting used to that again. What I've done here is that die with all the little oval details. You could either die cut all the little circles out separately in white, or what you can do is cut another reindeer forehead in white, and then I'm going to lay that one over the top. That's going to make it stronger, and it's going to make it quicker and easier to pop the little dots on. So let's go into here. I'm going to pop this one on. I'm going to line it up. And it makes it such a quick and easier way to get that detail of the dots coming through without actually having to sit and pop all of them on individually. Let's take that one and take that. I'm just pressing it a little bit harder.
I wonder what the spots on a deer's head are called.
What, the Scots on the what?
Spots on a deer's head.
Sorry, spots on a deer's head. I don't know. You think I'd know these things, but Google's bound to know, I would have thought.
Yes.
There must be a reason as to what they're for. Maybe it's just detail. Actually, I'm going to agree with Charlotte on that one.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to say it now, I mean.
I'm going to agree with Charlotte on that one. That, yeah, I thought spots were on like the bum end of a reindeer.
The bum end?
What? Yeah.
Bum end.
The bum end of a, well, it's not the head end. Well, they could, yeah. So Alicia says freckles. Yeah, freckles on the forehead. But I've seen spots on.
I mean, you can get spots anywhere, can't you?
Can I help you, John?
Just needed that.
Just need that ruler. Yeah, I've seen spots on the bum end of a reindeer. You know, like
Stop calling it the bum end.
You know,
You mean on its rump?
yeah, the bum end of the reindeer.
So eloquent, puts Rachel Gillam in the comments. Oh gosh. Ooh, bum end laughing face emoji, puts Lily Jones.
Well, I still stand by it. But yes, Charlotte, I agree with you. That's what I thought too. That's where I thought the spots were. Don't worry, I'm not going to say it again. Johnny. Don't think it's rude, is it? Well, not in the.
I can't find out what they're called, by the way. I'm drawing a bit of a blank here.
Yeah, I would say if it's on the forehead, then yeah, kind of like the freckles for the reindeer. Be close to it anyway. But here we go. Let's pop this one on. Let's pop that one into the back. Then we can go in with the nose. So if I bring this one in, these ones I'm adding on with my glue. You could pop your little foam pads on if you want. But then I'm going to go in with the mouth, and then I do have these little bits that are making the eyes. And what I'm going to do is let's go in. I'm going to do it this way, make it a little bit easier, a little bit of glue. It's our tacky glue, so it's going to dry clear. As we're going to pop that one on into here. And then let's take this one here.
Alison Yates says, hi everyone, what a time to tune in. And Janet Bradley says, oh, I've missed you two in the mornings. So glad you are back. We're back all week to this, well, not all week. We're back all the way through till Thursday.
Till Thursday,
together,
aren't we?
Four full
Awesome.
days. Amazing.
Awesome.
And then Ben is back in the building on Friday, I believe.
Yes, yeah. I know, because even then, it's been ages with me and you, Joe, and now it's been ages with me and Ben. Me and Ben aren't quite as long as being apart like me and you were, but still, it was a good wee while. So that's fine. We're going to get a good run together today, this week even.
Yes, and we are together for launch party tomorrow night as well, I believe, aren't we?
We are.
Ooh,
Yeah.
something very exciting launching then, Craig, isn't there?
Yeah. Let me just check my schedule. Oh, yes, Joe, there is something really exciting launching tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'll teach me to not look beforehand. You can forgive me, can't you? Here you go, here's your little treat box. There you go. In the midst of all that, we've created a little treat box here. Now, the other thing that you could put in, if you've got little balls or, well, little balls, your little things of potpourri, or do you still get potpourri? Or is that still...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just choked on my water, sorry. I just took a swig of water and choked on it. Whew, went down the wrong hole, I think. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, do you still get potpourri? Or is that like very old? Do you still get it? You know, my Christmas set at potpourri, you can pop that in there, or do you know what? You can put anything you like in there. You know, you've got that one there. Right, what we are going to do, you've heard me talk about our platinum price. If you do not know anything about that, but you want to know about it, then take a look at this, but don't go far, because we've got more coming up.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
We've got to the bottom of the spots. The bottom, that's a bad turn of phrase. Lily Jones says, apparently young bucks have spots on their rumps and young does have spots on their faces, Craig. So there it is. We finally got to the bottom of it. No pun intended. Lily Rugg says we can still buy potpourri homemade at our local craft fairs and county fairs here in the States. At least I can here in Maine. Awesome. Would be a great thing to put them in. And Kathy saying, so cute. Set them on the table at Christmas. Fill with candy for the children. Would be a great way of doing it. Something else I need to remind you about, of course, that will be happening on Friday, as it does every Friday at the moment, is the Craft Factor. And this week, we're going to be joined by the incredible Joey Burdett. So really looking forward to that. Now, if you want to audition on the Craft Factor, it is definitely not too late. It is your chance to appear live with us here in the studio on a Friday. All you need to do is submit a short video about yourself, 4 to 5 photos of the cards you've made as well, and email it to us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Very, very easy to apply. We'd love to have as many of you joining us here live in the studio as possible. So do make sure you apply. Right, I need to remind you about the Monday Mega Deal as well. It is a time limited offer. Remember, the Monday Mega Deal only lasts for 24 hours, so you will need to be quick to get your hands on it. And it's a really fantastic one this week. When it comes to hero tools, Craig, these three, definitely something everyone should have in their stash, don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because you're always going to need an element to score. Now, you know, we say we've got the guillotine that's got the scoring factor in that as well. Yes, that helps, but to have a scoreboard that's designed for all your different measurements, all the way up to 8 inches, all 1/8 of an inch, but you've got the box lid and box base, you've got that box concept all in one, inches as well as centimetres on the opposite side. It's nice to have by simply folding your cardstock. Of course, that's going to be a given, but doing your concept shapes and your concept cards, having it so that you can do all the different your different measurements when it comes to the inner parts, the workings of the boxes, or anything along those lines. Just to have a scoreboard there, it is so handy to have, and something that most crafters will start off with, at least at some point. What I thought we'd do is, when I tend to show these in the past, I always say we're going to make a 4x4 box, this is what we do, get it to this size, blah blah blah. But some of you still have a bit of difficulty working out, well, what size of cardstock do I need to use to determine how I'm going to make the box? So I thought, let's go right back to the beginning here. And you do get a guide within your collection, basically, that steps you through with the envelope anyway. But if we go back to the box, now the way that I like to think of it, let's say, I mentioned 4x4, so let's say a 4x4 box, and I want it at 1 inch in depth, so 1 inch all the way around. So what I like to do is I like to imagine that you've got your card that's 4x4. Then we need 1 inch at one side for one end of the depth. Then you need another inch at the other side. So there is 4 plus 1 plus 1. So that's 6. And we need it exactly the same. So therefore I need a bit of card that is 6x6. That's going to do a box for a 4x4 card with a 1 inch depth. So what I'm going to do in with this one is let's go in with our 6x6. So I'm going to cut that one here. And we need exactly the same for whether it's going to be the base or the lid. So what I'm going to do as well at this point, to visually show you, let's bring in a piece of white card. So let's cut my white card to the 4x4 as if it's a 4x4 card blank. And this is another good way visually to explain it. So if I bring this one in, so let's say that is my 4x4 card blank. So I've got my blank and I want a box that is 1 inch in depth. So again, what we've got is 4 inches. I need an inch on this side and I need an inch on this side. I'll also need an inch and an inch. So there is your 6x6. If it was half an inch, let's say you want to do the depth of half an inch, then therefore your cardstock, it's going to be 4 inches plus half an inch plus half an inch. So then there is your 5 inches by 5 inches. So I always like to visualize the card blank itself and then I calculate the sides as to the depth, whether it's 1 inch, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. So now that I've done that one, again visually, let's bring that one in. So there's my card blank that is 4x4, and then I've got my inch, my inch, my inch, and my inch. So that's how I like to visually determine how size the card's going to be. So then what I can do is bring my cards back in, and then we're going to go to our box maker as we would do normally. So let's go on with the red, so that, actually let's do the yellow, that's the lid. So if you are new to us or new to the boards, this one tells you right down at the bottom, and it's engraved, so it's not going to come off, that it's box lid. And as I said before, I want it so it's 1 inch all the way around. So I'm going to score at the 1 inch mark, and then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to score at the 1 inch mark. And we're going to do that all the way around. So then what we can do is finish off this one. So that's all the way around. So once again, if I bring this one in, there's our 4x4, what will be our, not our aperture, but our box base into the middle. So you can see how it starts to come together. Then what we can do is we can go into what will be the base, popping it up to the box base side here. And this is where, once again, at the 1 inch mark, I'm going to then score. This measurement along the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches, this isn't exactly true measurement-wise. This is just slightly out. The measurements along the top are accurate. This is slightly out, and that is to make that box base. I like to turn it around because it's easier for me, and then once again, I'm going to score lightly. We're going to turn it all the way around. And I'm using some Pearl card from that autumn collection. You can be using that mirror card from the reindeer collection. But by having this box making board, basically, it opens up all the different sizes that you can be doing. Not just small, but you can be doing big ones as well, Joe, or elongated ones. You know, you've got that different capacity of boxes that you can do.
Beth says, can you use the scoreboard to make envelopes, Craig?
So the scoreboard does your scoring in the boxes. Your envelope maker, which you get as well, that is what's going to make your envelopes.
Excellent.
So that's for the envelopes, and this is for your scoring as well as your box making.
Jamie's saying, I just received these, so glad that you're giving a tutorial. Kathy Cox says, I have so much trouble making boxes, so this is awesome. Mandy Doodlehand says, if you want to make something that is bigger than any of the measurements, how do you work out the size you need? Is there something you can do to sort of upsize it more than the sizes included, Craig?
Pretty much exactly as I've just done a moment ago.
Okay.
So whatever the size of box you want, so envision that base layer. So let's just take this one. So whatever this is, whatever size it is, so let's say it's 8 1/4 by 7 3/4. So whatever depth I want that box, for instance, let's say I want it to be 1 inch deep.
Yeah.
We're going to add 1 inch to this side, inch, 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 and then that will then give you the size starting guide.
Awesome.
Get a bit of cardstock that's big enough to cover that, then make your box. So that's the easiest way to do it. If you want to do box sizes that aren't necessarily in the information booklet, you can easily do it yourself by just envisioning the actual layer or your card blank and then create the measurements around that way.
Awesome.
But then taking each of the corners, so in each corner, what I'm going to do into that score line, we're going to then just snip down and then cut a little V out there. And then we can do exactly the same on this one here. So I'm going to hit snip and then snip. And I know for many of you, you'll have seen this time and time again, and you'll know what you're doing and you'll do all your different boxes and that. But because we get so many new viewers all the time, and also sometimes it's nice just to go right back to the very basic and show and explain how to do a measurement when it comes to a box, because it can be daunting sometimes, Joe.
Absolutely, you can. Lily's saying, Craig, thanks so much for doing this. I am new to box making and Scoremaster. This is fantastic information and great tutorial. It's why you're an award-nominated crafter. There you are.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. That's really kind of you.
When does the voting close? It must be soon, Craig, for the Craft Beautiful.
24th.
So
apparently someone says it's the 24th. I don't really know.
You don't really know, of course. No. So you've got 11 more days to vote for us. There's
11
loads
more
of categories.
days.
As well. I will give you the details of that a little bit later in the show too. I wonder how soon afterwards it will be announced, Craig. Any idea?
Wonder. It was lovely on Saturday, although I'd never got to work with him, but he was there in the studio with me, Nigel May, who's also one of the nominees. So it was lovely just to have a quick catch up with himself. So yeah, it's not going to be too long before we find out.
Yes, the waiting will soon be over.
And then there we go. So we've got our 4x4 box that is 1 inch in depth, top and also the base as well. Easy, good to go. But that is, for me anyway, the simplest way to think of it, envision it, and then create my boxes measurement-wise around that way, Joe.
Excellent. That looks absolutely awesome. Make sure you grab it. £20, $20, your platinum price there, which is amazing. So make sure you grab that one. Right, if you want to vote for us, here's all the nominations that we have at this year's Crafts Beautiful. Best of Crafts Awards from Crafts Beautiful. So most loved crafts TV shopping channel, best UK chain store, best brand, best customer services, favourite die cutting range, ultimate gadget, male personality of the year, Monsieur Laird, female personality of the year, Madame Davies, and also the designer of the year there, the lovely Leanne Chivers, ultimate craft holiday, and also best workshop or online class. And if you want to vote for us, it's very easy. Head over to craftawards.com, craftawards.com, and vote will close on the 24th of September. So not too long to go now, which is fantastic. So make sure you get those awards in.
24th of September. Where's the year going?
Oh, it's the 13th today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unlucky for some, not for us, because we're back together.
Not for us, that's it, I know. Not for us at all. Yeah, won't be long before Christmas.
Absolutely not. Are we going to do a card of the show?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, because we've done the card or we've done the treat box, didn't we?
Yeah. I'll tell you what then. Shall we do it? But should we first have a look at the Get It Got It Good?
Let's do it.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Here it is then. Here is the Get It Got It Good. So it is your full plate collection on the original Gemini. There was a question earlier saying, can you use these through the Pro? You can indeed. Yes, you can use them sideways through the Pro, a little like you do with the junior plates through the original. So these will go through your original Gemini and through your Gemini Pro. You get all the plates in there. So you're going to receive 2 clear cutting plates, plastic shim, magnetic shim, embossing mat, your metal cutting plate, and the plate storage bags as well. You can see a brilliant saving there for you on that one. A really great opportunity to replace all of those plates, which is amazing. So it'll be while stocks last or until the end of Sunday. So yes, do start up whilst it's available. Card of the show then, Craig.
Let's go for it. Let's have a look. So the first thing that we done with our new reindeer collection that we used here, this is what's coming up in launch day next with Debbie and Joe. So that's number 1 for that one. Then what we done also coming up within launch day, this is the treat box, the reindeer treat box that we made on this one here. You can put many little things in, such as potpourri if you want to. That can go into there. So that's number 2. So you've got number 1 or you've got number 2 to choose from. It's up to yourself.
Excellent.
So as I picked upon a moment ago, we were saying that it was the reindeer collection. That's what's coming up in launch day with Debbie next. So that's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But within the reindeer collection, there's also the treat box. They're going to work beautifully together. But let's have a look at that actual reindeer collection. This is where you've got the pattern papers, you've got your mirror card, both of which are 12 by 12. You've got 5 by 7, 6 by 6 embossing folders. You've got lovely sentimental stamps. You've got your reindeer 2 dies, one of them, or you've got 2 dies, and then one of the other reindeers is actually a foil press stamp. Same with the sentiments, you've got 2 that are for the foil press too. You've got embellishments, you've also got 4 pots of your embossing powders as well. So a really nice collection. It's not overly big, it's not overly powerful, but it's a really nice collection that's going to work, yes, for Christmas, but then, you know, other occasions throughout the year, maybe for men's. New Year cards, if you do like to do New Year cards and send them, perfect for having that tartan effect there. So that's with the reindeer collection, and something that many of you are actually popping in and checking out at the exact same time, and that is the treat box. And this is what we had a look at a moment ago, this one being the reindeer treat box with the 9 elements in total, the stencil, and then you've got the additional accessory dies, $12.99 or $14.95, but platinum is £10.39 or $11.96. A fifth of the stock of that one already has gone, and we're still, if you're watching live, we're just over an hour and a half before Debbie and Joe come back with that launch day show. So it goes to show how busy it's been already. So thank you so much for all your comments throughout today. We've got Kathy is saying, very difficult decision on the card of the show today. Glad you're choosing and not me, although I can never choose for something that I do myself. And Aisha saying, when is Craig going to be on HSN again today? I'm not on again today. I was on earlier on the early hour morning of Us and You as well. So as it's planned at the moment, not on this time round, but maybe popping up on Crafty next month. You never know.
Ooh, you never know. Do you know something we haven't talked about? Emma Raducanu winning the US Open. How incredible.
How incredible.
Was that over the weekend? I think she is the first qualifier to win the US Open.
Right.
The first British female to win a Grand Slam in 40 years. And I think, isn't it the only person to win every single game in straight sets and win a Grand Slam? She didn't drop a single set the whole time. She won every single match in straight sets. What
That's
amazing,
incredible.
Amazing achievement. She's going to get a hero's welcome, I think, when she comes back.
Oh,
to,
yeah, absolutely. Because she's still young as well, isn't she?
She's only 18 years old, yeah. So she had to qualify to even get... She basically didn't even have her flights booked for the US Open until after she qualified. She wasn't sure she was even going to make it there. Yeah, she's from South East London. So it's a real inspiration.
Do you know something? Certainly here in the UK, I know across the globe, but in the UK, they've done us proud this year for all the different things that they've done, haven't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know we've had the football, we've obviously had the tennis as well. What was the other thing? There was a third thing.
The Olympics, as well. The Paralympics were amazing.
Absolutely,
yeah, and she's wonderful young lady. She has a Chinese Romanian heritage, moved to the UK when she was 2, speaks English, speaks Mandarin as well. I mean, is a Grand Slam winner at 18. I mean, talk about nailing it. I mean, I can barely just about tie my shoelaces, Craig, at 35 almost. So, yeah, massive congratulations. I know the whole country's so proud.
Huge indeed. Rightio. So let's recap what we have got coming up today on Crafters TV. So as we touched upon a moment ago, we've got launch day. That is, of course, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then Monday Makers, that's going to be back at its usual time as well, 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, where Debbie is going to have a look at the exploding boxes. She's got, actually, the exploding boxes, just to remind you as well, it's the best price yet when it comes to that one there. When you're having a look at it, as Debbie will show you, think of all the different ways you can use them individually as well. You don't necessarily have to use it all as one. But it's going to be a really, really good day throughout today as well. Have we got a winner yet?
We do indeed. Yes, the clear winner is number 1, Craig. Number 1.
Number 1. There we go. Number 1. So that is going to go up against Debbie for her 2 cards or projects within Launch Day and Monday Makers. So that's going to go up and see who's going to win this week. Actually, who won last week? All in total. Did anyone?
It was, I think it was Jan, wasn't it?
Jan.
Yesterday was the winner.
Fab.
Indeed. Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, I'll need to pull out the big guns this week then, that's for sure, with my demos and see if I can win this week. We'll wait and see. Fingers crossed. But for today, that is it. Although it is here in the UK, it's only going on 1:30 in the afternoon, but it feels like it's going on about 7:30. It's been, and this isn't in a negative way, but it's been a long day. But it's been a fun day. But I think because I've been up since such early.
3:30 this morning.
3:30 this morning.
It's
yes.
now 1:30 here in the UK for our US
So yeah,
viewers.
pretty much is like a full day's work. But I'm going to be back tomorrow, as Joe said earlier on. I'm going to be back, yes, with Wake Up Call with myself and Joe. Then I'm going to be back as well for Launch Party as well. We'll have a little bit of a party on a Tuesday evening, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We've got some incredible things coming up, one of which I remembered during the show today. You're not going to want to miss that one, as sure. But we're going to touch upon them all tomorrow on Wake Up Call. So I will see you then, same time, same place. You'll see everyone in about an hour and a half.
Absolutely, 90 minutes.
Go and get your lunch, your breakfast, your tea, wherever you are, and they'll see you later on. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.